Hi everyone! Today is the 28th of October. It is a Wednesday. A lot has been going on this week. Stock market down 650 points on Monday, a little dip on Tuesday, and today at one point it was down 900 points. This, my friends, is the effect of no stimulus. Nancy Pelosi came out. There are no more talks. The Senate went on recess. They're not returning until November 9th. They worked really hard to rush in that Supreme Court and screw the American people who really desperately need some aid. The Fed is pretty much powerless now. They can't do anything without stimulus. They can't manipulate this market anymore and this Ponzi scheme. On another note, COVID cases, hospitalizations continue to surge as the U.S. reaches another critical point in the pandemic. Dozens of states have reported the number of people being currently hospitalized increased by 5% over the weekend. The U.S. reported 73,240 new cases yesterday. That number is a 20% increase compared to a week ago. We are not getting this under control, folks. We need to get this under control before the economy can be healthy. Look what's happening in Germany. Cases are spiking so much, hospitalizations are growing, and Angela Merkel has decided to have a 4-week shutdown. Yes, that's right. No restaurants, no bars, no social outings, no movie theaters, nothing. Everything is shut down again until they can try and control this virus. 36 states reported that on average, number of people currently hospitalized rose by at least 5% this week. 5% increase in hospitalizations. Come on, folks. What don't we understand? These poor doctors and nurses are overwhelmed. We got to wear the mask. We are at a critical point, and it is going to be a long, dark winter if we do not get this under control. North Dakota and South Dakota lead the country with the 7-day average of daily new reported cases. And in the Dakotas, they're not shutting down. They're doing nothing to curb this spread. Okay, back to the stock market and stimulus. We need this prop up, this fake injection of money from the Fed for the stock market. You know, Trump is going on his campaign tour touting the stock market as though he's the one responsible for all the gains. Those are his voters. The stock market has tumbled. It continues to tumble. And without stimulus, now they're talking maybe February? It depends. Let's face it, folks, this is the reality. If the Senate stays Republican, and regardless if Trump or Biden are in the presidency and the House stays the same, nothing is going to get done. This is going to go on for years and years. You have fiscal hawks like McConnell and Ted Cruz who don't want to spend the money. They do not want to bail out the American people. I don't even want to go into the evictions and the billions of dollars that are owed in rent, and renters are on the hook for it. I read an article in I think it was the Washington Post today, $70 billion. You have to pay that back, folks. You know, people are losing homes. They have nowhere else to go. And it's just not one person that can move in with a friend for a few weeks or a month or their family. It's families. It's a husband, a wife, and 3 kids. And even if they are working, they can't even afford to pay their rent because the hours have been cut, or they make, $7.25 is the federal minimum wage. That is absolutely insanity. In 5 days from now, the day before Election Day or on Election Day, when the stock market's down another 5,000 points. What kind of recovery is this? Kudlow and his entourage continue to say we're in a V-shaped recovery. I think they got their alphabet all wrong. This is going to end really bad because all those people that were hopeful, in the stock market, hopeful in the real estate market, it's all going to come tumbling down. It is a gigantic Ponzi scheme. It is one gigantic bubble that has been overinflated for so many years, and it's all going to come down. So now what? Where are people going to go? Where are people going to live? And when the stock market goes down, layoffs happen. Boeing is doing more rounds of layoffs. More small businesses are going to close. And you know, even in this stimulus bill, they have more loans for small businesses. I am sorry, but small businesses don't want any more loans. They can barely get by. They can barely pay their rent. They can't take on any more debt. They're like zombie companies. I mean, there has to be some other kind of aid. But you're telling me that a restaurant running on 25% capacity, outdoors in the cold, in Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, New York, Minnesota? How in the world? You tell me they're going to take on more debt to survive? They would be better off closing. And that's what's going to happen. And it's not just restaurants. Entertainment industry has been hit hard. The arts, dance, theater. We got to get this virus under control, folks, because I don't see an end to this. But Donald Trump has insisted that both the market and the economy would nosedive should he lose. It's happening before he loses, and he's still in office until the end of January. And then it's going to be a lame duck session, and nothing's going to get done. So we talked about if the Senate remained red. If the Senate turned Democratic, if it turned blue, the stimulus package would be bigger, regardless of who the president is. Regardless, Trump has indicated, go big or go home. He will sign the bill. Folks, we have a long, long way to go before we recover anything. It's going to get a lot darker and a lot more painful for a lot of people. And I don't know what we do. How do we as a society help our brothers and sisters who need help? You have an extra room in your house? What do we do? Evictions are looming, and then that's another problem, because after all these evictions are done, no one is going to move into these apartments. And if you're that little rinky-dinky landlord who owns a two-family house and rents them both and haven't collected rent in the past 6 months, you don't want anything to do with that house anymore. You want to move, you want to sell it. There's going to be a flood of houses on the market. You know, I'd like to say have hard, tangible assets, have gold, have some Bitcoin, have some other assets, pay down your debt. Anyway, sorry I haven't made a video in a few days. I have a good friend of mine in Tanzania who is very sick and needed some surgery that we had no money for, so kind of took a day off. Alright, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Please subscribe, like, and share this video. And let's try to double our subscribers by Halloween. Stay well.